Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Terranigma. In the last episode, we brought back blue skies and green grass after defeating the parasite inside the raw tree. And there's nothing more that we can really do in South America, so all we can do now is go through Guyana here, and we can now climb up that vine and go elsewhere. A few things I want to show off before I do anything else. I found out how to kind of use magic somewhat. You have to equip the jewel box, and then press X, and then you can select whatever you want to use with the control pad and the A button. And of course we can't use the grass pin here. We have to be in a place where we can fight in order to use it. But it is there. And of course we can back out with B in case we don't want to use magic. No, that's not what I wanted. Go back to the item door. I'm going to go ahead and remove it for now. Center door. And I forgot to even show off the grass pin, I think. A healing spell from the raw tree. This basically gives you back all your health during battle. Definitely helps to carry some grass pins. That won't be the only one you'll get. And I also forgot to show off the guidebook, but these things I've already showed off in the earlier videos. Nevertheless, I'll do it again. Dash, you can either double tap one of the 4 cardinal directions, up, down, left, or right in quick succession, twice. Or you can press Y while moving in one of those directions, running. Pick up something. When you see something like a torch, you can press A while walking into it to pick it up, and then you can press it again to throw it. If you're running while you're throwing something, you will throw it very, very far. Keep that in mind for later. Crawl. Kind of like with the raw tree, we just walk into a space we could probably crawl through, and if we can do it, we can do it. Jump. It can be done with the B button. You can also get a slightly longer jump by running. Just be prepared to move as soon as you land. Or be ready to skid a little bit further forward in case you let go of the control button, or the control pad rather, after the jump. Push. If you move into something long enough, Arc will try to push it, kind of like those statues in one of the towers. And balance. You can walk on tight ropes, just line yourself up with them and just move into them with the control pad. You want to make sure that you always stay in motion, otherwise you will lose your balance. At that point, you can't move, you'll eventually fall off and maybe into an area you don't like. So there's that. We've finally gotten that taken care of. So, now that we've taken care of explaining some things, we can go up that vine and we can go north and further west, and while we do that we can talk to this cactus. Go north. Something is trying to awaken there. And that's pretty much all you can do. There's no magic rocks or anything here. This place isn't even that complicated at all. You just climb the vine and go west. That's all there is to it. And now we are going towards North America. If you go towards this set of trees here, this lone set of trees, you'll be able to find some hidden treasure. There are some spots in the game that are like this. Inside this chest is a medium bulb, but in here is some gems. 378 of them to be exact. That'll make up for the spending that we did in Green in the last video. So now we can go elsewhere. We are now in the Colorado section of North America. We have finally crossed Mexico. And up here is Cliff. We do not want to go over there yet. Instead, we want to go to Sanctuary. Now we can talk to a flower, and we also got 2 souls. The soul on the left is a magic shop. The soul on the right is a shop. All you can do at the shop is buy small and medium bulbs, as well as poison cures. We're pretty much good. I don't know why I want to spend 13 on another poison cure. But the left one takes you to a magic shop. We can get fire rings, pyro rings, and grass pins. And how much can we get here? I'll go ahead and buy 3 Pyro Rings, because these are basically the stronger versions of the Fire Rings. And that will cost us 15 gold and 2 Magic Rocks each. 3 of them will be worth 45 gems and 6 Magic Rocks. So let's go ahead and do that. The price is always on the top row. What you got on hand is at the bottom. And let's go ahead and buy 2 grass pins. Why not? So we now have no more Magic Rocks that we can use for spell charges of the like. But we still have 18 Magic Rocks that are always ours to keep no matter what. Remember, Magic Rocks don't disappear once you use them or turn them into an item. They're always yours. You're always going to have them. So don't be afraid to buy stuff and use it if you have to, because once you use the item that you bought your Magic Rocks with, the Magic Rocks that you use to create that item will return to you. And now we can save our game, which I'm going to do. And now we are going to go ahead and leave, but not without talking to this flower first. The soul to... okay. I don't know why I'm reading my notes. Yes, I'm using notes again. It is a sad thing, Ark. There was once a paradise of birds here. I can hear them. The sad cries of birds from the Stone Mountain in the north, which we will have to go to now, because there's nothing else we can do. Somebody must have destroyed the source of life for birds, but I cannot do a thing except to wait their return. And we can leave either from the north or the south. It's up to us. And now, we can finally go to Greecliff. And I already have a tab of that open. I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, we start out by going over here. And now, it is time to go through here. There should be some enemies here, so we're going to have to be careful. We do have some golems here. They take quite a bit of damage to kill. But you can definitely take them down with the rapid stab. And when you see the birds, take them out with the dash attack. And watch out for those feathers that they shoot at you. Of course, when you fight the golems, you also want to be sure not to get hit by them as you're fighting them. Now, can I use the jewelry box now? I wonder. Let's go ahead and equip it. And you can switch between the attack magic and the healing magic. Nice. No real reason to really use those things right away. I do want to use one of my bulbs though, because I took a lot of damage trying to do things here. So you have 3 rings of magic. There's normal, multi-damage, and summon. Fire was normal. Pyro was multi-damage. It's basically like the Pyro rings are basically like the fire rings, except that they damage all enemies instead of just one. And the summon magic, which is what the grass pin is. I don't want to have the jewel box equipped, so let's go ahead and remove it. Go through the center door, and press select here to go back to the action. Get some tea in. Let's go. Another golem. And managed to get some good hits on those guys. Excellent. Now, we're going to have to follow the path here. Try not to get utterly destroyed. That was a terrible attempt to try not to get destroyed. And we have some boulders. We need to move these boulders out of the way. And apparently, we have to remove some rocks that are very well hidden. But when we try to move this boulder, it turns into a golem. Some of the boulders will do this when you try to get rid of them. And wow, I am very bad at dodging. Oh well. But now, we are over here apparently. There we go. Now there are two doors that we can go to the right. One upstairs and one downstairs, kinda ish. And we now have some mud monsters. When they try to jump, when they try to throw mud at you, that's when you can hit them. Like when they rise up just like that, that's when you can hit them. You want to use a dash attack or a jump attack. I tend to use a jump attack apparently because it's a little easier and close by when that happens. And whenever you hit them like this, they will duck back down, and they'll eventually pop their heads back up and you can hit them again. So now, I need to figure out where it is that I need to go. Consult good old El Mapo here. Okay. D leads to a... D. The upstairs one leads to a dead end. I don't know why I'm calling it D. You're probably not using VG maps like I am at this very moment because you're too busy watching a Let's Play. And we get a strength potion. This will increase our strength. I'm going to go ahead and use it right now. Raise the strength. Uses a strength potion. Only 1 point. Oh well. I'll manage to survive anyway. With that taken care of, we can now go through the downstairs door, so to speak, and do the enemies respawn? Yes, they do. I'll go ahead and try to hit them again. And apparently the jump attack seems to work best. And it doesn't really matter to me whether I fight them or not. I'll definitely be more than ready to take on anything at this point. And you are moving. I forgot you were going to move. And let's go through here. We've got some more golems that we need to take care of. And I'm taking a lot of damage. I want to make sure that I line myself up correctly. Don't try to hit them all the time, every time. And I might as well go ahead and use another medium bulb. Why not? Matter of fact, I may just equip it. And I may as well go ahead and use one right now. I mean, it's pretty hard to accidentally hit the X button while we're doing this. And by going through that door to the north, we will enter another area. Probably full of fish. Actually, no, it's full of birds. And you want to make sure not to accidentally fall into the water while you're doing this. These guys will go off screen, but they will eventually try to fight you, try to dive bomb you, shoot feathers at you. Just try to anticipate where they're going. Keep an eye on them at all times. You should be able to get to them. And that was not really the best way to do it, but it worked for me. And there we go. Now, there is... we will have to find another way to get to that chest in the lower right. And why am I falling into the water? Anyway, all we can really do is just go all the way to the other side here and enter this room here. And that will lead us down here. Pretty sure there's gonna be more golems. And a Quaker! New enemy there. Definitely want to hit them with a jump attack if you can. Also, it appears that the best way to take care of the golems is kind of like the statues in the towers. Dash attack, move away. Dash attack, move away. Just so you don't get pounded with a dashing punch from them. Now, there are two ways that we can go. We can either go north, or we can go south. I'm pretty sure that going south will take us outside. Let's see where going south will take us first. And then I'll try to make a move from there. Definitely want to explore this place as much as I can, because I know that there is a Magirock in a certain spots. That's not it. That doesn't seem to be it either. What does this lead to? I wonder. Doesn't take us to that. Trying to see exactly where I am on the map. I'm going to go ahead and load up the game map here. Oh, there is no map for this area. Well, that's lame. Trying to find two vines that are next to each other. And I'm doing poorly at that. Trying to see where this goes. I'm going to see where going to that area goes first. And wow, I just got surrounded by enemies while I was paying attention to the map, and I didn't even know that those guys were there. Fun. That was apparently not a very safe space. So now that we got that out of the way, we obviously can't go here. So let's see what happens if we go to the north. Go to the east here. There we go. Take care of that guy. Okay, I see where I am now. That takes us to things. Now where does that take us? That takes us to a chest. I'll go ahead and take this path for right now. Now, if you're in the air when this thing tries to immobilize you, you will be stunned for a couple seconds. And the resulting messages from it are annoying. However, you still want to beat these guys up. And of course you want to be careful here. Okay. And we got two golems who will try to basically destroy you. Thankfully I can multi-stab them once I have them up near the wall like that. And by going in here we get the rock spear. Definitely want to equip that because I believe that will work very well against the golems. But before we can get out, we have this rock that gets in our way. This is where the rock spear comes in handy. Not only did it bring our attack up too, but it can also shatter large boulders. And it has an earth element equipped on it too. So now, we can just break this rock just by attacking it, and we're good to go. We also should have a better time against Quakers and Golems. Thankfully, I saw him coming this time around, and that did 50 damage to a Golem. Not a Golem, but a Quaker. That did like 26 to a Golem. Now, This thing's probably going to try to move towards us. And that was a very nice critical hit. There is a way to go up here, but we don't have the necessary item yet. So if you're wondering what those little weird walls with the holes in them are, with the weird little circle marks on them are, now you know. They're basically climbable walls. And now, it is time to go over here. There are some pits here. Definitely don't want to drop down them. And there are also some rocks that we can pick up. And I was able to stab him very well. But we can't go any further than that to the east. So now we have to face 2 birds and a Quaker. Thankfully, the Quaker is really easy to take care of. That was a terrible mistake on my behalf, but that still got the job done. And I'm going to go ahead and use another medium bulb. And this guy just keeps being a pain in the butt. Thankfully, we can hit him with a rock. And we can't seem to go that way, apparently. Unless we jump at the very edge. No wonder I was having trouble there. But now, we have this area. That will now take us all the way over here, near this chest. Trying to figure out exactly where it is now. And it takes us over here. Is there another mud monster? No, there is not. But now, we are now in some unfamiliar territory. And I believe... Okay, this is where I'm at. Good. I'm using a map on VG Maps instead of a real in-game one, because you can get lost pretty easily while you're in here. And this takes us to a Magic Rock, number 19. Good thing I didn't forget that. And it takes us to this little area. So now we have an area where we are now in front of a set of stairs. And it will take us to this little area. Good thing we have the rock spear, otherwise we would have had to backtrack. And that would have been a whole lot of backtracking. So now, we are over here. Let's go ahead and beat up this guy. Try not to get damaged a whole bunch in the process. Managed to just jump a bird out of nowhere. Reach level 11, life up 9, strength up 2, defense up 1, luck up 1. And I wonder if I get close enough. Yes, he will. I had a feeling you would come after me like that. That's okay, though. And you were just trying to get away from me, aren't you? Well, I know you're there. Got you right at the last second. And with that, it's now time to... There we go. I know exactly where I'm at now. Love that sky, by the way. That's really nice. If only the word wasn't in peril, we could probably just admire it a little more, especially that really early-looking sunset thing. And, oh boy, these things. These things have a name. And if the game would tell me what it is, so I can't remember off the top of my head, that'd be great. I know that these things have a name. I think they're called Borfs or something. Kind of reminds me of those weird Garfield YouTube videos where everything is like very crazily drawn and everybody talks in a weird voice. It's like Garfield, and Garfield's had like an inexplicable New York accent. And you can't talk to this thing. I know you can't talk to that. But what I do know is that you can go down here and there's Magic Rock number 20. And apparently you don't want to step in that mud because that's what you get dragged in if you're near it, if you're way too close. And when that happens, the mud monster can attack you. It can approach and attack. And it can do things you do not want it to do, such as attack you. So now we have this vine that we can go down. But we're going to save that for the next video. Join me next time where I go further into Cliff and try to bring the birds back. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!